Welcome back to Our Community. Susie Thomas visiting with Bing Newton from Rally in the Valley. He's actually from Men of Faith, and they are getting ready for the Rally in the Valley conference for men, April 29th, getting off at 8:45, and that will be at the Cavelli Center in Youngstown. And Bing, what if those 40 tickets are gone and people don't have a wristband? We know it's free. It's open to all men. You're looking at the northeast to central Ohio area and heading over to Youngstown. What's one to do?
One to do is just come.
Really?
The Lord doesn't, and I think that's why He wants it free. He wants it free because He doesn't want any man to miss it. You know, I just keep telling our men that over 2,000 years ago, Christ stood in the gap for us. And now He's asking us to stand in the gap for Him.
It's a wonderful theme. Tell me what you mean by that, and what does standing in the gap look like?
I think there's a time. You know, that's what He challenged those men back 20 years ago in D.C., 1.3 million. And men have asked me today, Bing, how many men do you think would show up today? Mm-hmm. And I, you know what I would say? Maybe 20,000.
Really? You think less?
Because that's where we are.
What's happened in those 20 years that makes you believe that?
I think when you take 50% of our people not even going to church, it's terrible to be raising up our children to live in a godless society. And people will ask me, what makes me stand is the fact I want to know where Christ is in all of this. And we just can't leave Him out of this equation and expect our country to be the country that we know and knew about it.
What is the gap?
I think it's like the gap can be standing in the gap in my family, mm-hmm. standing in the gap in my marriage and with my wife, standing in the gap in my church. I think it's more or less, it's people will know where we stand, not necessarily by the words we say, by how we live our life. And I think that's what He's asking us as His people to do in 2017.
And do you believe in 2017 that this message is more important than ever?
I honestly believe He's trying to give us another chance. And we need to grasp onto that.
Oh, I like that. What makes you believe that, Bing?
We know He's coming again. Mm-hmm. We know that's true. And boy, as we look around and we look at what's happening in our country, when wrong seems to be right, then you have problems as a people. Mm-hmm. And I guess the only way you and I can know what is really the truth is when we build our life on the rock and on Jesus Christ. And so I think that's what he's saying to us.
Mm-hmm. Just as you're speaking, I'm picturing a vine and branches, and that there's got to be that connector that connects the branches to the vine in all of our lives, and we can't function as branches without that vine. And that I'm picturing, you're saying that the men then in their families need to make sure that the branch of that family stays connected to the vine, that God's life-flowing presence would be in our marriages, in our families, in our homes, in our businesses, in our schools, in our churches, and what a tall order for men to be hanging on there and being that connector and standing in that gap, as you say. We're speaking with Bing Newton. He's from Men of Faith. And go to mensrally.org to find out more information about Rally in the Valley, taking place April 29th, the Covelli Center in Youngstown. Things will get underway at 8:45, so plan your travel accordingly. And expecting about 10,000 people, but let's warn you, you might be hanging from the rafters because y'all come. They're letting everyone in. That just sounds so amazing. Let's talk about this year's rally, Bing. What all is going to be taking place this year?
All right. For some people, our opening speaker will be Lou Holtz.
Wow.
And Lou, a former football coach at Notre Dame. He's Liverpool, Ohio, and we're excited about having him come. And another speaker is Mike Cobb. And Mike Cobb he's with Sports World Ministries and was a all-pro tight end for the Cincinnati Bengals.
I knew that name from... Okay, great. I don't want to interrupt. Keep on.
No.
Okay.
And then we have Chip Minton, and Chip is from Florida, and also with Sports World Ministries. And he's a strong man. And he's going to be talking about the warrior in the gap. And he was a professional wrestler. He was a pusher in one of our bobsled teams.
Let me stop you right there. He's a strong man. Is he going to do the ripping the telephone books and breaking the cement and those kinds of things, or will he just be speaking?
Well, I'm sure. This is going to be a part of it. And Lord willing, there's area schools. Oh. Anyone would like to use him. He's going to come in on Thursday and all day Friday. Then he'll be going to area schools and speaking.
Oh, how cool. Yes, and I bet that's up his sleeve a little bit. What else have you got going? You mentioned some music.
Okay. Let me get the speaker. There's one more speaker.
We're not done? All right.
No, this man is one that I can't wait to hear. His name is Kyle Maynard. And Kyle was born without any arms and without any legs.
Oh, I've seen him online on YouTube. He's amazing.
He finished, he climbed Mount Kilimanjaro.
Oh, my.
38 miles, and it took him 11 days.
Oh, my goodness.
But wait till you hear his theme, No Excuses. It's going to be powerful.
Oh, my
and he'll kick off the afternoon.
Wow. All right, well, we're not going to want to miss this at all.
Oh, it's going to be exciting. I just know God's going to... Now, I didn't tell you there's Aaron Shust. Have you ever...
Yes, I know Aaron Shust. Yes, and he had to decide whether to become a singer or a baseball player. Did you know that?
No, didn't know that.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about him.
Well, Aaron will be the featured speaker. In other words, he'll kick off the afternoon, and he'll be backed up with an orchestra, and he'll have like a mini concert, and then he'll also close off the rally.
Oh, wow. How great. Awesome. All right, and then there was that Ray Charles connection. Let's talk about that again.
Yes, Sheila, his daughter, and Sheila will sing God Bless America, and then she'll also sing with the Teen Challenge Choir.
Not going to kid you, Bing. As a woman, a little bit jealous. This sounds like an awesome time. I think some gals would love to be in on it, too.
Well, I think this is an opportunity for women to be excited about making sure their spouse or their boyfriend makes it to this rally. Because they'll not come away the same.
And let me just put out this charge. This is a great time to pray for the men as they attend this, and that God would do some amazing things, because we tend to benefit when God's doing amazing things in the lives of our men, and they are obedient to Him and following His way. We get all the icing on that cake. That's pretty awesome. You know what? I want to go back to something that you said. You were mentioning young people. and the fact that the next generation seems to have fallen away from even just attending church. What ages is Rally in the Valley geared for, Bing?
Oh, boy. I have known as young as 7 or 8 years old up to 90 years old. You know, I don't think we can ever... I wished, as I've told many people, I wished my dad would have taken me to something like this when I was young. And I think the best thing in the world we can do is to come with our dads and sons.
Sons look to their dads and follow so much of the example. What an amazing time. You know, you take your little guy to the baseball games, you take him fishing. This would be an amazing thing for father and son to share together, yes?
And I was a coach. I was a teacher and a coach. And I think one of the greatest things a coach could do is come and bring some of his athletes.
Well, my goodness, yes. All right. And I have heard Lou Holtz speak. You are in for such a treat right there. And he's only one of so many awesome speakers. So let's go through all of the particulars again. Bing Newton is from Men of Faith, and they are having Rally in the Valley, April 29th. Go to mensrally.org for tickets so that you for sure can have a wristband waiting for you. If you end up not having one, go anyway. It's April 29th. Things get underway at 8:45. It is at the Cavalli Center in Youngstown, Ohio. Really no age restriction. It's for men of all ages, to meet together and worship together and grow together in God. Bing, if we could take this last minute that we have together, and you tell me personally, what are you most looking forward to for what God's going to do?
Personally, even though the speakers are going to be great, the music is just off the charts. I think for me, just about every member of my family is going to be there, and that's big. It really is.
Wow. And I can tell just from hearing your heart, Bing, that God has been the center of your life for a long, long time. Can you speak to that for just a moment?
As I said, I was a teacher and a coach. And for quite a few years, I tried to do it on my own and was not very successful. And it wasn't until I accepted Christ and he took over the coaching that there was something different about me as a teacher. There was something different from me as a coach. And that has been a real blessing. And the remarkable thing, when he changed my perspective and my team's perspective on winning, that what occurred where everything I touched lost, that when he took over the coaching, all the pressure and everything was taken off, and we were simply glorifying him in everything we did and said. And it has been a beautiful ride ever since.
Well, we so appreciate you being with us this morning. Go to mensrally.org for everything about Rally in the Valley. Bing Newton, thank you so much for joining us on Our Community.
God bless, and thanks for what you're doing.